This is day 11 of our European tour, October 2009. The previous day we travelled up from Barcelona to Nice, where we stayed in the Hotel Agoria, and this was of course back into France, and we went on a day trip down to Cannes and had a look at the shopping centre and main street and other attractions, including this. This is a convention centre called the Grand Auditorium, and we gathered here and had a bit of a look around, and here's Linda standing for a selfie at the front of the building. Embedded in the footpath were all these handprints of famous film stars: Bo Derek, Richard Gere, Mel Gibson, with a date May, looks like 1982 or 87, and Ben Kingsley, 1990, and Christopher Lambert, famous for the film Highlander. Then we went walkabout in the Cannes shopping centre and up the side streets and had a look at a few buildings around there. And this is one of their public toilets. I found these quite amusing, but I couldn't get my mind around using one. My wife took a photograph of this lovely flower. At that time of the day there wasn't as many tourists as I would have thought. Then we had a walk around one of the local street market areas, and it was quite interesting, and we sat down for a pizza somewhere nearby. My wife loves to cook, so the spices and canned goods were interesting to her. Then we went and walked around the streets and looked at some of the other buildings. Here's a selfie of my wife, what I call selfies anyway, and one of myself. And surprisingly there wasn't many fountains. Like in Spain, there's a huge amount of fountains. And then we continue to walk. We own a Peugeot, and there are a whole heap of Peugeots. Obviously it's France, one of their main cars. Then we went down to the beach and had a look at the main beach near the tourist areas of Cannes. And this bloke was making one of many sand castles. This was the public area of Cannes, and then there was another area further up where the fence divides all the canopies, and it looked like where you had to pay money to sit underneath an umbrella. Then we went and had a look at the port of Cannes, and being a yachty, I thoroughly enjoyed myself looking around the multi-million-dollar boats that were anchored in the marina. In amongst all these extremely expensive looking boats was an Australian boat with an Australian flag. Santa Maria from the Cook Islands. Some of these boats had crews on, and you could hear their accents, and of course this one had an Australian crew on it, but they weren't interested in talking. They were all wearing white shirts with insignia on their shoulders and white shorts, and I loved it. Then we went for a walk along the promenade and had a look at all the swimmers on the beach, and some of them were topless. On the way up to the viewing area, we went through this park, and it was quite nice. A beautiful day, and a lot more tourists. So then we got to the viewing area on top of the mountain, and took a video, and you can watch the video if you've got the patience, of the panoramic view of Cannes and the Mediterranean Sea. Here's a really good idea of what the port of Cairns looks like from a viewing area in the city of Cairns, with all the very expensive hotels and apartment buildings. Can't remember what this was all about on the paving and a monument up on top of the hill. And if you've got the ability to read French, you can leave a comment and tell me what this says. Something about immortals. You can pause this and read the story about this Romanesque church, 12th century, and here are the foundations of the old church. You can also pause this, and the bottom paragraph talks about the 18th century docks and port of Cairns. And here's some more photographs of the actual marina in Cairns that I've been told is extremely expensive to moor your yacht or boat in there. The video was produced by myself, and it's the end of another exciting video of day 11 of our day tour to Cairns on our European tour, October 2009.